Apple's new iPhone 14 series comprises of the iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Plus, iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. While maintaining Apple's A15 Bionic chipset, the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus include a number of upgrades to the iPhone series, such as emergency messages via satellite and improved battery life. A new 48MP main camera, an always-on display, and even a notch replacement that shows notifications in real time are all features of the more expensive iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, which also feature the aforementioned satellite capabilities. Each phone varies significantly in terms of features and price, so you might be unsure which one is best for you. Let's take a look each case. Battery life, new features, and more. There are a few modifications and features that are common to all iPhone 14 models, irrespective of which one you choose to purchase. The US models, for example, completely abandon traditional SIM trays in favor of eSIMs, which shouldn't affect customers of major carriers but may cause problems with some providers. Additionally, every model of the iPhone 14 comes pre-installed with iOS 16, so whichever phone you choose, you'll be able to do things like modify texted messages and add widgets to your lock screen. Beginning in November 2022, every new phone will also enable satellite-based emergency SOS. This will enable the use of communication satellites for message delivery. When there is no mobile signal, you will be able to send messages through communication satellites thanks to this. Despite being a premium service, those who buy an iPhone 14 will receive 2 years of free use of the function. Additionally, if your phone recognizes you've been in a traffic accident, it will automatically link you with emergency services. This feature is available on all iPhone 14 phones as well as the Apple Watch Series 8. All of the phones differ in size and battery life in addition to pricing. You can purchase the iPhone 14 Plus, for instance, which has a 6.7-inch screen and a longer battery life. In comparison to the iPhone 14, which can only play videos for a maximum of 20 hours, the iPhone 14 Plus can play videos for up to 26 hours. It's interesting to note that the iPhone 14 Plus battery even outlasts the iPhone 14 Pro, which is said to have a maximum movie playback time of 23 hours. Thus, the more affordable iPhone 14 Plus has battery life that is only slightly in priors to that of the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which can last up to 29 hours. There are many commonalities. The iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus are similar to one another in various respects. They both use the same dual camera system, which consists of a new ultra-wide camera and a 12-megapixel primary shooter, and both feature the A15 Bionic chipset. A new 12-megapixel true depth camera with autofocus that can take group photos from a further distance is also included in both devices. We have yet to put Apple's promises about the speed increase for night mode and the improvement in low light image quality to the test. Apple's new action mode, which should steady video while you're recording much like a gimbal would, is also available on every phone in the iPhone 14 lineup. Additionally, each model has a cinematic mode that can record in 4K resolution at 30 or 24 frames per second. However, the iPhone 14 Pro range is where you should seek if you want a stronger camera setup. The 48MP main camera on the 6.1-inch iPhone 14 Pro, the first time we've seen such a sensor in an iPhone, is the same as the one on the 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max, despite the 6.1-inch model being lighter and smaller. The iPhone 14 and 14 Plus lack a 1TB storage option, but the Pro models come with Apple's latest A16 Bionic CPU. Additionally, they have a notch-free, always-on 120Hz ProMotion high refresh rate display. The dynamic island A-pill-shaped cutout that can move and show various notifications, alerts, and activities in real time, takes its place. Only a small portion of the key distinctions between each model in the iPhone 14 lineup are shown in this video. However, you may look at the Apple website for a more detailed breakdown and to compare all the pertinent specifications. If you're considering an upgrade from one of last year's models, consider doing so even if you already own an iPhone 13 or iPhone 13 mini. However, bear in mind that the iPhone 13 mini might be the final model of its kind. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and click the bell to hear more about this kind of latest technologies and new releases in the future.